but right now, let me get this all situated. So, so he's still Pin's still sticking with the Finn. This is pretty much like a all day Finn extravaganza for him right now. He doesn't believe too much in, like, it's not that he lost faith in Jake slash Cake, but he's been falling out of favor with them. And he also thinks that Finn is just better offline currently. I think it's debatable depending on matchups, of course.
I think so.
And
too.
I think that his Jake is still extremely good. It's just inconsistencies make you overthink sometimes.
I think so too. It really does come down to the fact that it's like when you're not utilizing all of your kit, or if you have had it rough, you might be, thinking against it.
I think the biggest thing is just we all kind of figured the matchup out, and he's been overthinking it since.
Just a bit.
Yeah, but of course this character's still very good. All the jokes aside about Finn F tier stuff, this character is extremely solid, and it's been looking better because like he literally couldn't even play all week. His laptop apparently is in like getting repaired, so he's playing directly this Finn from last week, which the Finn last week wasn't really there. He came in today, got a lot of matchups practice in early, and it's looking much better.
Yeah, definitely is looking a lot better. That said, I think Harley is a very tough matchup for Finn. I think that the character just can punish a lot of what Finn is not used to getting punished at.
Yeah.
Boxing Glove is very good versus the Finn as well.
Hey, you keep talking, I gotta do predictions.
I think that what Pin is going to have to realize real quick is a lot of these interactions are just in favor of Harley, and you need to play very careful at that. Up special, not enough to do it, no coins in the purse.
Yeah, I also think I think one of the things that is very dangerous about the way Twilight plays is Twilight is very good at kind of punishing routes you like to take and utilizing that that gem as minimal as Pin has been using so far because he's still newer to the character. Twilight's going to be looking for that, and he's going to be looking for the panic jumps afterwards too to punish with the up special.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things where it's like, if you're not careful, it's just rough. Utilizing the side special Boxing Glove is a good way to get away from your opponent while putting a projectile in front of you. Pin trying to go for something in order to get this stock and clean up this, get it back to even.
Yeah, I do think also with how good Twilight's been getting of lately, I think even if the Jake or Cake was here, it still would have been very close. Because that being another kind of annoying-ish matchup because Jake doesn't like districts. And Harley has packed with plenty of them. And here's these anti-airs that Twilight... One of the best things that Twilight is good at is definitely the anti-air game throughout the match.
Yeah, Twilight does have a very good anti-air game with that up special, able to punish people from being below them very easily, having very good get back to stage recovery with it as well. And you can see there, getting the up special, getting that knockout, and a very dominant first lead, still on their very first stock at 124%.
Yeah, and look at that damage getting applied so quick. 2 stacks of Ignite, the slow getting put on, so it's harder for Finn to get away. So Pin getting kind of rolled a little bit right now, trying to find the get off option. Like, hey, please leave me alone. Please let me rock. Please let me fight. And now it's already at the 86. Up attack finally comes through, but that's now down to still a whole stock.
Yeah, being up a whole stock is very difficult with Harley as well, because Harley is one of those characters that you get touched once and you're taking a lot of damage. So it can make feeling like when you're behind near impossible to get back in certain situations. But Finn is a very explosive character, so this is definitely one of the characters that can do it.
Yeah. I mean, Harley's weight definitely can apply to a very early knockout for Pin, and Pin has had some of those moments. His advantage hasn't been bad. It's mostly just been some of the approach options that he hasn't gotten down completely yet. But he did find that double jump dare. You already know they're looking for that dare as Harley gets ripped out by that down attack, forced to jump up, gets hit by that, tries to go for the up air. If he found it, that could have probably been it because Twilight's resources, I think he was only down to just like a side special at that point.
Yeah, but that down air into the forward air, sweet spot hitbox of that hammer is going to knock it out at about 110.
Nair. Only
Nair.
I always got to remind you because you play reversed in the air. Because you swap your controls in the air, don't you?
Yeah, but his hammer is...
That is Nair.
Oh.
Yeah.
All the Nairs in this game are stupid. They all should be reversed automatically. I don't understand this game. Like, every Nair, quote unquote, because they're not Nairs, should be side airs.
Yeah,
Every single one.
there's a lot of them that are like that. The only one I disagree
Jake
with.
too. Jake's stretch arm is also a nair, isn't it?
No, that is a Sair.
Oh my god, I hate this
Yeah,
game.
you play reverse controls. But also battering is his nair, and the kick is side air. I think that nair is definitely better than that because you can do the drift. But of course, I do like the fact that this game allows you to actually change those things up.
Yes,
because
that is
it like creates a more unique movement that you could do by setting a button specifically just do that
I agree.
while doing drift. So.
But we are going to see the Cake come back. So Cake, very good. Like, this is Pin's staple character. This is the one that they have wreaked havoc on multiple times within tournaments.
Yep. This is the one that has won MultiVersus Mayhems in the past. And now Pin is saying, I am done. I am not trying to go down yet. But, you know, as you're alluding to, with all that Nightmare Fuel, Twilight's Harley, whenever it's actually here, has become increasingly more dangerous Nightmare Fuel for people to deal with. So I don't think that this can be as free ride unless you decide to Sair directly on top of the axe.
I was going to say how I said that the Harley versus Finn, Harley definitely has a little bit more of an advantage over Finn just due to the combo game that she has. It's reversed. Jake definitely has a better time versus Harley and can stop a lot of what Harley wants to do. That up attack is extremely large. It can punish her for, you know, trying to go for Sairs. The nair or the whatever, the balloon that the up airs.
Yeah, I love when Twilight pops off on the vertical game. It's not often. Like, Twilight saves them for specific moments because they don't really want to overextend. Also, by the way, I am glad that Cake is finally here because I specifically farmed out the Halloween event.
And no one plays there anymore.
So Pin could play the Cake, and then everybody just stopped playing them.
Yeah, it's funny because as soon as you got it, I think that was the last week before was the last one with Cheeks in them.
Yep. Yeah, everybody dropped after. But now, of course, coming back here, at least you use the Mummy Rain Dog.
That's true. That is true. I do use the Mummy Rain Dog unless you ever get the golden one. Then
I'm working on it. I'm slow, but I'm working on it. Going for the special. Ooh, that just missed. This also, by the way, a much more even game all of a sudden.
Very even game. But yeah, the character has a lot to punish Harley in the air. That's basically what I was alluding to. And the forward, that Sair, that fist, the stretch arm is just going to take Harley out, knock her out at the bottom. 113 on Pin. It's not like the biggest lead, but Jake is kind of.
Oh, you are crazy for that one. Do not jump directly into that up special. You are asking for trouble, especially with this stage. You will get knocked off the top. But very doable still for Twilight. But I do like the fact that Pin is kind of playing like Pin of old, where whenever Pin is one of the most difficult people around here to hit with the lead.
So. Pin is very difficult to hit once they have their defenses up. Utilizing Sair and the horse, that was pretty good. But yeah, a very difficult player to hit. Going for the second up air, not going to get it. 66%, very dangerous spot for Harley because I feel like, oh, never mind.
Oh, hey,
this is going to work there.
Neutral attack pretty large on the stage. Really solid option. But going to go ahead and sneak his way through, try to continue to build that damage up. And right now, it's still doable for Twilight. If you can find a spike like that, that was pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't feel comfortable with this lead myself. I feel like the damage is already starting to rack up. Pin is already almost left. And the up special to take it out.
And that is exactly why I said I am looking forward to seeing Twilight finally fight Pin again. Because I didn't think that the Cake was just going to be like a free dub. I think that matchup is pretty solid for Harley. And it was Pin's lead most of the time. But people are finally figuring out how to fight Pin. I think we just couldn't solve him before, and now we're finally solving him, and that's a big part of why he's been working on trying to get this Finn going.
Yeah, it could definitely feel that way, especially if you feel like you're getting figured out. You tend to actually backtrack yourself and make it so that it's like
the Twilight believers are eating. Which I think was actually just one person. Funny enough. Well done.
Well done. But yeah, it really does come down to like